we are going to go over the brief summary on Mojo. So you are going to go to mojocells.com. This is our auto dialer, our 3-line dialer. So you'll log in using the login credentials we give you. One of the first things you are going to want to do is going to your settings. You're going to add a caller ID. So you're going to use the phone number that you want people to call you back at. So if you are going to be doing lots of prospecting and you don't want your phone to go absolutely crazy, you will want to make sure you add your Google Voice number. For sake of demonstration, I'm going to use this number. It'll verify your phone number. So in the meantime, I will also add my personal. Okay. So I'm going to use my Jenna's cell phone number. So that'll be the first thing you want to do. If you have a Google Voice, we'd recommend using your Google Voice number here. The next thing you'll need to set up is your callback and voicemail. So a good thing to do is listen to the ones that are currently in here, and you'll want to record the same ones and name them according to your name. So for an example,
hello? Hello? You know what? I think we have a bad connection. Let me give you a call right back.
So that is your callback message. This is a dropping a voicemail, which you can see the examples here of what they are. So that's the next thing that you'll want to do. You can do it by adding a voicemail message, just clicking the button right here. And you'll record by phone, and you'll select the phone number that you want it to call, and you can enter the name here. So for example, and I would want them to call at whatever number I'm doing, and then I'll hit create. It'll call you and prompt you to do your recording. So you'll do the same thing for your callback message as well. You'll want to record by phone. So those are two of the first steps that you're going to want to do. The next thing is you want to review all of your scripts that you're going to be using. You can find your scripts here, or you can go ahead and use any of the ones you already have printed out. But these are definitely a good way to start. The different scripts that you can use again. So the next thing we're going to do is go to our data and dialer. So here you'll see all of your calling lists and your groups. So what I need to do is I need to actually import that file that we got from Cole. So I'm going to go find that file, save it to my desktop. Okay. Just wait for it to pop. So here is my test call list. Go to our next step. So it'll be whatever you saved it as. Most likely it'll be barb CSV. Invalid format. Okay. So what I will do is file Make sure we're saving it as the correct extension. Excel. Okay, so we're going to export that to our desktop. And once that's complete, we can go re-upload it to make sure it's in the correct format. And while that's downloading, we can go back to our data and dialer just in the meantime. These are the lists that are automatically pulled in from Vulkan. These are the ones that you've created via neighborhood search or an import. And these are how you designated the call to go while using the dialer. So as you can switch people as you're going. So again, we're going to go import a file. Still waiting on that to finish. Save now, so we're going to go re-upload. Just need it to refresh since that's the old file. So this is going to be a new calling list named testing. Typically you'd want to name it whatever the subdivision name is. So I'm going to name it testing. And this particular one is going to be future, but we're going to leave it as testing for now. No need to select manager since we're not having several users. You'll want to make sure all of your fields match the same. First name will be column 1, column 2. You can see column 1, column 2, column 3. There's blank file. 5 will be city. 6. 7. So on and so forth. Depending on how you exported it, you also will see the headers automatically in there for you, which will make things a lot easier. So this will be all we need, because this is all we exported. And again, it shows you here. In this particular case, I don't need to check for duplicates. Now, if you're importing a neighborhood that might have previously already been imported, then you can do that. Okay. Everything looks correct to you, and you should be able to import. So you'll now see when I click on testing, all of those people come up with their correct phone number. Now before you start calling, you need to make sure that you set all of your dialing information. So you're going to want to go to your call settings. So to go to our settings, we'll click Power Dialer. For this particular one, I'm actually going to use Lauren's. So you'll want to, I'll use my cell phone number. The voicemail I want to do will be whatever one you've created. I'm going to do Lauren's Neighborhood Farming. Our callback message again would be Lauren's. And all the other information you can leave alone, because it should all still be correct, depending on how many lines you want to dial and number of rings, but again, all of this should be pretty standard. So once we have that, we are going to click Start Power Dialer. You can get a little bit more in depth with this, but just as a basic overview. Okay, make sure everything is correct. And I'm going to start dialing. So to do this, I'm going to dial in off of my cell phone number and follow the instructions that are on the screen.
You are now logged into the Mojo dialer. Please press the start button on your screen to begin calling.
So now once I click the start button, everything will start calling. That's my Google Voice number ringing. That's my email going off telling me I had a missed call, since again my Google Voice was in there as an example number. Same for another. It's actually my desk line that's forwarding to my Google Voice.
Your calling session is now complete.
So everybody that I
Call
called,
based on your call settings and advanced filters. To log out of the dialer, simply hang up your phone now.
so that'll close out your dialing session. But as people are answering, you saw all those numbers on the right, all those options on the right-hand side. Whether you want to leave a voicemail, all of these were out to my Google Voice number just so I could show you how it worked. These do not allow me to leave a voicemail because they're a Google Voice number. But all of those on the right-hand side, you'll say whether you connected with that person, whether you didn't connect with that person, whether you want to drop a voicemail, etc. So then on there, you'll see that all of these did get called because this was the one I just took care of. So these are the numbers that we're talking about. Up here it's dialing, and you'll be able to do accordingly based on what they do. If for whatever reason I need to pause my dialing, you can go ahead and click pause and resume. You'll see this is how many lines we are using. So we've made two of 4 calls out of our list. We've done total 6 dials today. Click resume.
The person at extension 7,
So this
3,
person didn't
4,
work.
3,
So I'm
5,
going to drop a
7,
message.
0.
You can hear my phone ringing. And it's currently leaving our message. So you'll be able to see all of our attempts. I'm going to restart again, just to see if I can go ahead and get that to trigger one more time to show again. Decline the call. Just want my drop message to pop up again. So this is if obviously the number is bad, you weren't able to reach them. Your do not call number. Okay, so it's working again. I want to drop a message and I can pick which one I want to do. We're using Lawrence, so I can go ahead and do that. And that is how you briefly go over Mojo. Now it does a lot more, but that's just a brief summary of everything it does.